Hey guys, this is a review for Just Kids by Patti Smith, and here's the collector's edition that just came out not too long ago. I leafed through. I read this one, and I leafed through this one to look at the pictures because this one has more pictures than this one. Although this one has a lot of pictures as well. I really enjoyed the book. I thought it was really good. I was amazed. I was saddened by the end of it. I won't spoil it for you, but it was very sad at the end. And I was impressed by how much she tried to make it on her own and how determined she was. And Patti Smith is really an admiration for me because she kind of told me how it was when you're homeless, and she met this boy named Robert Mapplethorpe, and I just thought, wow, that's so amazing that she met somebody who shared her same problems, and they met at a crossroads, and they had sex, and they would eat out together, and they never had a child together. But interestingly enough, Patti Smith didn't marry Robert Mapplethorpe, which is strange because when I first heard about this book, I thought that she was going to marry him, and I thought she was going to marry him, and that was the love of her life. But it turns out that she met another man who she fell in love with, and decided to marry. And strangely enough, I just think that Robert Mapplethorpe was too much of a lone wolf. Like, he was too driven by power to want to marry her. I thought that he was very interesting because I don't know who was more interesting, Patti Smith or Robert Mapplethorpe. I don't know. I don't need to compare them, but it just inevitably it happened. And I think because Patti Smith wrote it, I think I find that I like her more. Even though Robert Mapplethorpe was also very interesting, and he played a critical role in the book. He was very interesting. He was very important. It talked about their lives being musicians, about their lives being photographers, about their lives being homeless, about Patti working at a bookstore, and then how she moved on from that, and she never worked at an hourly wage job again after that. And she would buy books that were collector's items, and she would sell them to people who would be interested because she worked at the library, at the bookstore. So I thought that was very interesting. I'm so amazed by how much she fought for herself, and how much she tried to be herself and not be somebody else. And she always was an artist in life, and she embraced that completely, and she never let corporate culture or society tell her who to be, and she embraced herself completely and what she wanted to be and who she was. So yeah, that's what I thought about Just Kids by Patti Smith. And the reason why I read the small one and not the big one, I think I mentioned it already, is because the pages in here are a little. Oh, look, a picture of her. So cool. The reason why I read this one was didn't read this one was because the pages were a little weird to flip through. Excuse me. Yeah, they were a little weird to flip through, so I decided to read this book. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope that you get to read Just Kids or have already read it, and you tell me in the comments what you think. Thank you very much. Bye.